It is officially the start of June. We are rolling into Prince Albert National Park for the first ever official Moose Whisperers episode.
Yeah, this is going to be outstanding, Curtis. We just turned off the highway. We got a few kilometers to go before we hit Waskesiu, but we're in bear country, and that's why we're here. Wow.
We're looking forward to finding a bunch of wildlife. We're here for a total of how many days?
5.
5 days. We
Count
got
'em.
Mum in the back.
Our social media guruette.
And yeah, we are very much looking forward to it. Going to be a lot of good scenery, a lot of good wildlife, hopefully. And we are just getting things started, and we can't wait.
Oh, we can't. It's just going to be an amazing few days with so many great experiences. And I'm just happy we're here, Curtis. Thanks a lot, man. It's
No
going to be good.
worries.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
All right, today we are lucky enough to be at the Nature Center here at Prince Albert National Park. And joining us is Barb. Barb, it's pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Absolutely, absolutely. First of all, Barb, please explain where the Prince Albert National Park is located within the province of Saskatchewan.
So on that nice rectangular map, we're located about halfway up the map. But geographically speaking, we're located on the where the north end of the Aspen Parkland with its farmland and fertile soils and leafy trees meets the south end of the Boreal Forest with its lakes and rocks and diverse fauna and flora.
Now, as far as the culture and the heritage of the park, the Prince Albert National Park, maybe we should allude to a few comments on that.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. The history of this park goes back thousands of years at this point. You know, in a land acknowledgement, we quickly say we're on Treaty 6 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis.
Right.
But what that really means is that the Woodland Cree, the Plains Cree, the Dene, the Métis, this was where they lived, worked, and played. So we recognize that these are the people that protected the land for generations past and for generations to come.
Right.
And we always invite visitors to consider deepening their connection to that land and building bridges to the people who really stewarded it for us all to enjoy.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. That's
Absolutely.
exactly it right there. As we continue, Barb, on the conservation of the Prince Albert National Park, that is a really important highlight.
Absolutely. Parks Canada is at the forefront of conservation research and conservation work, of course, in this country. And it's no different here in Prince Albert National Park.
Right.
Everything from the macroinvertebrates at the bottom of the food chain up to the apex predators like wolves, studying their activity and their population health is fundamental to what they do. And then another big focus of what they do is protecting our lands and waters from invasive species. Something like a zebra mussel could turn the direction and ruin our lakes. So
Wow.
the experts
Yeah.
do an excellent job of making sure this park is safe for all of us, but mostly for the wildlife and the beautiful trees and everything around us.
Absolutely. That's a very good point. We're here to capture as much wildlife as we can, Barb, over the course of several days. Can you give us a rundown as to what we can expect and what we're going to see in the park?
You know, this is a great time of year for you to be here because the forests haven't really greened up yet.
Right.
So those that like greenery, such as the bears and the deer, you'll see them along the ditches at this time of year before they head off and are scarcer during the summer. So those grassy areas are like a salad bar for these guys, and those tasty little dandelions are really what they love.
So do the animals have kind of secluded areas that they're known for in the park, or where are some of the spots that you can think of off the top of your mind?
Bears are everywhere.
Right.
You know, your hiking trails, down along our rivers, particularly during spawning season. But I think if you're a visitor, your safest bet is to stay in your vehicle.
Yep.
And we have some great routes. The scenic historic Highway 263 out of the park is a great place at this time of year. You'll see sows and their cubs, and you know, every day I have people coming to me, look at the pictures of the bears I got. And then we have two roadways that go along the shoreline of Waskesiu Lake. So you've got the Kingsmere Road and the Narrows Road, and both of those you'll find, you know, foxes, deer, the elusive lynx that is the one I want to catch.
Wow,
but,
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, grouse, bears, you know, elk, deer, you name it.
Now, as far as the wildlife safety is concerned, Barb, not only for the wildlife, but for the tourists as well, I know you've got some guidelines regarding that.
You bet. You know, I could talk about numbers and distance and so on, but probably the easiest and best way, the thing that everybody can do is, if you see a wild animal, hold up your thumb, and if you can see anything about that, anything of that animal, the antlers, the tail, you're too close.
Really?
So
Nice.
you need to make sure that that animal is completely covered by your thumb, and then you know you're far enough away.
Good tip.
So that's a great way to do it. And an important thing to remember is the further the better. You know, those elk look so sweet and docile as they're grazing.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's early spring and mama's got her little calf stashed, you do not want to cross her, and you do not want to cross a bull during rutting season.
No,
Those guys
exactly.
are big. So
And for big animals, they move quickly, right?
they move very quickly. And then, of course, for bears and wolves and coyotes, you want to stay 3 times that distance. Wow. So you need to stay far away. There are no selfies in wildlife photography.
Exactly. Still on the topic of wildlife, Barb, what is the #1 animal in the park that's unique to this park? And where are they found, and how do you feel about that?
I mean, wildlife is so plentiful here. I could talk about the 200 species of songbirds that come back every spring from the south. I could talk about the pelicans that fly up from Mexico every spring. But I think that the most common, but also most iconic animal in the park would have to be the elk.
Wow.
They are plentiful. During the summer months, they kind of move out of town because there's too many people. But up until school ends in June and after Labor Day weekend, they're back in here by the busload, you'd think. But anyways, they do migrate into town. And I think a really important reason that they're so iconic is, so historically and culturally, the connection that we have to the elk is that there was a man from the Montreal Lake Cree Nation by the name of James Bird, and he had a vision, a spirit who told him that this lake was to be named Wawaskisu. And Wawaskisu, and pardon my pronunciation.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
Wawaskisu is the Cree word for red deer or elk. So, so that connection to the elk, the naming of our lake just outside here, very, very important. So that would be ours.
That's very informative, because I'll bet you there's a lot of people who have lived in the province of Saskatchewan and did not know that.
Right? Our connections to Indigenous people are so valued and so important. It has not always been historically so, but you know, we continue to build those bridges, build those partnerships, so that that recognition can be, you know, part of our everyday.
Exactly. Well, you know what, Barb? Keep up the great work, you and all the staff here at Prince Albert National Park. And I can't thank you enough for doing this today.
Thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely.
We love sharing the park with people.
Perfect.
And it's a great place to be.
It was so nice to meet you.
You bet. Thank you.
All right.
You
Thanks,
too.
Barb.
So what an awesome time there chatting with Barb at the Nature Center. And now we officially know that elk is going to be on our list of top priority to find while we're here, which was already something we were kind of looking forward to find anyways, so it works out good.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was going to be the animal or the golden ticket or not, but you know what? Now we know, and the challenge is on.
We're just turning around here because we found ourselves possibly our first wildlife of the trip.
There was a moose standing back here right in the middle of a slough. You get ready because he's on your side, bud.
Yep.
He's off a
Blustery rainy day.
Yeah, we ended up with a heavy thunderstorm. This is what we're out in right now. Get ready, Curtis.
Yep.
There he is.
Oh no, you can go maybe a bit further right in this bend.
He's on the move. There he goes.
And I could barely get the camera up and running.
Oh man, that was standing right in the middle of this bog. And as soon as I looked over and saw it, it started to move a little bit, so I'm even surprised we got a
Yeah, the fact that we were able to
shot
come
of
back
it,
and get
yeah.
something.
Took off exactly straight away from us to the other side of the slough.
And we got lots of rain.
Yeah, rain is coming down pretty good.
Well, at least that's a sign that something's moving around. You found your friends.
Yeah, no elk.
No elk, but we
Just a
got some
moose.
of your moose friends.
That's all right. Onward and upward.
Onward to find more.
Yeah. Really nice bog here on Curtis's side that we're going to approach. Wow.
The fact that there isn't something in there is nuts.
That is pretty mind-boggling. Holy cow. Like that is moose, elk, bear. That's what they like right there. That is just plumb crazy.
Oh, is that a blue jay?
That is a blue jay.
That was definitely the first time I've seen an actual blue jay, I'd say.
Yep. Wow.
Neat. I'll have to scan the footage and digitally punch into a gazillion megapixels. See if it's anywhere in the frame. Well, before we come on these trips, you usually spend weeks looking at Google Maps and asking on forums around. So what's some of the work that you do in terms of preparing for these adventures?
You know, I'm a member of a lot of Facebook groups that I chime in on and just ask questions and seek information that way. But with this particular trip, I just made several phone calls just at random picks.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, these people live and work here, so they know, right? And between that and just Google Maps and looking for drives that we can go on and locations that we want to check out. It's a park, so there's lots of wildlife here. And at the end of the day, it comes down to timing.
Yep.
Doesn't matter how much you know. It's all about timing, and if you're in the right place at the right time, you'll see something. So, yeah, that was nuts. Just came across
That one snuck up on us.
cow elk standing right here on the road. We drove by her, backed up. She stood there for a few minutes, and then we let her cross. And then she came right down this railing.
Ran right around us.
Just right past us, like she went right. We didn't move.
Nope, we got a nice little clip
Wow.
of her standing on the road, and
That was, told you you'd see an elk.
yep, that didn't take too long at all.
It's the right time of night.
We'd just come up this road too, hadn't we?
Yeah, that was cool.
Well, there you have it. You know, it's only day one, and we've already found ourselves an elk.
Amazing, just amazing. Yeah, we lucked out day one here in the afternoon, and we found the first elk of the trip. Guess where? Up by the golf course.
Up by the golf course. We had a feeling that that's where we could find one of the first ones, and by gum, we were visited just briefly by one on the side of the road there, which is awesome.
Yeah, you know, for such a big animal, they stand there, and poof, you have to be looking close to see them, even though they're big until they move. But mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished, and hopefully we find some more during our travels.
Yeah, we will. We're looking forward to it. All right, here we are at Capassawin Bungalows four-season vacation resort, and Brandy is joining us today, and we finally got together, Brandy, after a couple of attempts, but it's nice to see you, and so nice to meet you, and you guys have jumped on board right from the start with this documentary that we've been doing, but thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
So the name Capassawin, any idea on how that came
Well,
about?
it's actually pronounced Capassawin,
Oh.
I guess. I just learned that.
Okay, I don't feel
last
too
year.
bad then if that's the case.
No, so it means a good place to sleep
Is that
or
right?
a good place to camp. That's
And that it is.
Exactly.
And that it is.
Yeah, so
My
that's
goodness.
where it came from.
I see a little bit of construction going on too. So you guys are growing and developing, eh? Like,
Regarding expansions, this side here, we call it our sea cabins, or our sea cottages, I
Yeah,
guess that we call
very
them
nice.
here. These are the short-term rentals, so we
Okay.
don't see any expansions happening on this side thus far. On the other side, those are the long-term rentals. So there's 4 left over there to be built, but that's it. We're in phase 3 of construction, and that's what that's called.
as far as the bungalows that we're in here, can you give us a couple of the ideas as far as the sleeping quarters are concerned and the various, because I know you've
sure.
got, you've got a couple of different scenarios there.
Yep, so we have 2 different styles. I should mention they're all 2 bedrooms.
Okay.
And they all have queen hide beds in the living rooms as well. But the bedrooms themselves, so 1 bedroom in some of the cottages have double bunk beds. The other room has a queen bed, and then the other style of cottage is the 2 queen beds.
Right.
So it's a maximum of 6 that we can have in the cottages. We gave you the 2 queen
Yeah,
bed
very
cottages.
nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. And it should, all of them have all the amenities too, to be able to cook and eat and
No
barbecue.
kidding. They're loaded. Like anything you need is here.
Yeah, so the new cottages, or the 4 Seasons, has been open for just over 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, wonderful start.
Isn't that nice? And I see, you know, grounds people busy working and keeping everything so nice and tidy.
Absolutely.
Like you guys are just doing an awesome job here. Plus it's
Thanks.
kind of tucked away from the, you know, the busyness of downtown.
That's the beauty of it. So we're 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
So we're close enough to be convenient,
Yeah.
and you can go in the town side. You can even take the trail, but we're just far enough where it's secluded. It's like
Yeah.
our own little community
Yeah.
kind of here. So it's nice. It's quiet.
Wow.
In the warmer months, we have complimentary kayaks and canoes that the guests can use. If they do want to kind of to leave a little bit on from Capassum, we have the stay and play golf packages and the stay and play tennis packages.
Nice.
And then in the colder months, we have complimentary snowshoes, so you can go hiking the trails. The trail goes right down to the Waskesiu town site. So I mean, if
Oh,
you're brave
man.
enough, you can snowshoe all the way down there, or you can just go around here as well, just
Yeah.
kind of snowshoe around,
Yeah.
or go down to where the beach is. When the ice gets thick enough, we make a little skating rink down there.
Oh,
So then,
sweet.
yeah, so if you want, you can snowshoe there and then skate
Yeah.
a little bit and then snowshoe back, whichever you want to do.
Yeah, one or the other or both, whatever
Yeah.
you want. Eh?
And then we have packages surrounding that as well, snowshoe and fondue, snowshoe and
Oh,
sweet
man.
treats, and then we customize packages all year long as well.
Wow. Well, you know what? We can't thank you enough for supporting us in this project.
Oh, no problem.
And you
It's a
guys
pleasure.
jumped on board right from the beginning. Quickly, because it might rain here.
Yeah.
Quickly, can you give us a little rundown on some of the wildlife that maybe you see in your day-to-day travels?
Okay, well,
Yeah,
which is
let's-
also one of my favorite parts of my job is the wildlife. So we have our everyday visitors, the elk and the deer. They're meandering about, munching away
Awesome.
all day long. There's always something going on. Some of the elk do like to sleep on our bushes, which
Okay.
is I don't know, it's a quirk maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know whether it's comfortable or some sort of bedding.
Just happy.
Yeah. Other than that, there's squirrels, chipmunks.
Yeah.
We have one little fox that likes to
Oh,
sneak around
really?
here.
Wow.
Yeah, very shy little guy. I mean, which they should be. And I imagine you saw our resident crow, Petey.
Yep. Yeah,
Yes,
Petey,
you
he's got a
usually see
name.
him strutting up and down the grass, you know, supervising and
Just
making
strutting
it known.
his stuff, letting everybody know he owns the place.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
right since I got here last May, and ever since then too, because he just
Yeah.
has a little tree over there. Yeah, I saw him peeking over there.
Okay.
I was getting distracted.
That's funny. That's funny. Just quickly, Brandy, I think we should let everybody know how they can reach out to you for details for booking and just inquiries.
Sure. So you can go on our website, www.capassum.com, and you can book online or email us, whatever's easier for you, or
Yeah.
you can call or text me directly at 306-314-7907.
Brandy, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great to meet you, and
You
thank
too.
you.
Thanks.
All right, we're just kicking off day 2 of the big adventure here at Prince Albert National Park. Day 1 turned out great, Curtis, but more adventures today.
Yeah, no, we're starting bright and early here on day 2. We found a few animals on day 1, considering it was our move-in day, so
Yeah.
that's a good start. We had some thunderstorms and more rain move in over the night, but we did wake up and find a deer just outside the bungalow.
Yeah, exactly. A nice buck. He was just munching away, and I got some beautiful pictures right from the deck. Didn't even have to leave the deck, so that was nice. And he didn't run away either, so that was awesome. My goodness. But today we've got leads on 3 different locations in the park where bears have been in the vicinity just recently. So I don't want to jinx us, but let's hope that maybe one of those locations gives us a nice opportunity. Hey, we're just coming up on a cow elk on your side here, Curtis. Very, very slow. Just munching in the ditch.
Enjoying the morning, yeah.
Yeah, just munching in the ditch. Oh, it's a young bull.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's got horns on it.
Yeah, it is. It's a young bull. We'll see if it keeps working this way. He's watching us. We'll just sit tight.
He's working that one tree over there.
I bet you $10 he comes right down here. Like, I'm serious. There he comes. Right at you. Look at that. Coming right at you, Kurt, man. You're not going to get better video than that.
Wow. Just grazing the ditches.
Yeah, coming right at us. We haven't moved since we stopped. Wow.
That's crazy.
You're going to get an amazing video. Just starting to get his antlers, eh? What did I tell you?
Wow.
That is a beautiful animal.
They're just like Majestic.
Yeah. The colors. You know, the white robe. We were sitting way back. And that elk came all the way up the ditch towards us. We never moved. We just sat here.
Yep.
We just sat here. It was amazing. What an experience.
That's amazing. And is now carrying on its way. So when we're heading out on these wildlife drives, there's some important elements that we can follow in order to try and boost our chances of finding some wildlife.
Number 1 is luck. But no,
Very true.
There's a few things you have to keep in mind, and a lot of people are always in a rush, and just driving slow is important. You got to be going slow, because it's amazing. You can drive right by a big bull or an elk if they're not moving and standing still in the trees. You can drive right by them. It's amazing for such a huge animal how easy it is to miss them. So driving slow is one thing. The other thing that a lot of people don't do, Curtis, and that's just shutting things down and sitting and having a coffee and taking a break. I've done that before, and out of the trees comes a bear. Like, I'm not kidding you, it's amazing.
Wow.
And the reason why we do this is the enjoyment of getting out and enjoying the day and admiring the wildlife and just spending time together. That's what it's all about.
We have officially found our first bear.
First black bear of the park. Windshield wipers are going and it's just pouring.
He's working his way right across the street. Slow and steady. And down into the ditch. And is he heading straight into the woods?
Yep.
I'd say so.
Well, he's chilling there right now, but at least we let him pass. We picked the right direction this morning.
We did.
Again. Look at him just working that log over.
That's what I remember them doing in Clear Lake too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they really start munching.
This is crazy. Our first bear, finally. Day 2. Yeah, we're back a nice safe distance. He's not worried about us at all. We're not pushing him away. He's just working that log over. Yeah, you don't see much with a bear other than the eyes, and they're dark too, so it's awful tough.
He is munching.
Yeah.
And just ripping it apart.
Oh, yeah. He's busy. We say he, but there's no cubs, so that's why I'm saying he. This was one of the reasons why we came, was to try and search out and find a bear.
Oh,
He's done with that one.
oh, you might have missed your opportunity.
He's not going far.
Into the trees he goes.
I'm gonna go down and turn around and come back. He'll be back in the ditch.
Yep, go ahead.
Wow.
That's good.
First bear, day 2.
Day 2 on the first bear, and nothing wrong with that.
No. But boy, was he working that. You must have got some really nice footage.
Yeah, I think I got some of him there working that log over.
Yeah, he was just munching. Like, it was crazy. I saw him next to the tree and I thought, that's a bear, but we were way back then.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Good thing we decided to go for a drive.
Yup. Maybe.
There's 2 of them.
Oh, there's one on your side and one on my side.
Yeah, we're coming back to
And
2
that
elk,
new one on the left.
one on each side.
I think it is those yellow flowers that they're really loving.
Yeah, they're loving those dandelions.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, there's a bus coming.
Oh yeah, that bus spooked them. They won't go too far though. Into the woods with that one.
He's taking it easy.
This guy, I don't think he went far.
He'll be back by the time we turn around. They look at that till they go in there and they're out of sight, eh?
One come up behind us yet?
Yep.
Has he?
Yep. But it'd be worth it because he's coming this way.
Where is he? Oh, he's a ways back still or no? Oh yeah, they're pretty content with this little zone they got.
Grader went by the first time, and that definitely put them in the trees, but we just stayed sitting tight and waited them out, and luckily enough, we got some really nice footage and photos of both elk. One was on one side of the highway, and one was on the other. And just staying back and letting them do their thing is what paid off for us.
Mm-hmm, which is usually the case for a lot of the stuff that we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's that.
Let them do their thing and just sit back and watch, and they end up moving closer to you.
So one of the first things I've noticed so far about being up at Prince Albert is that definitely the landscape's a little bit different from what we're used to down in the southeast around Estevan there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I have no problem finding moose down in the southeast, but you find trees that are grouped together, clusters of them, and sloughs along the grid roads and stuff. And but here we're just surrounded.
Yeah, almost every direction you look is thick woods and tall trees. Yeah.
The disadvantage to that is that the animals take 1 or 2 steps and they're out of sight. You know, they just disappear because it's so thick and there's no break.
Yeah, it's very easy for them to make a quick escape.
Yeah, and like you said, in the southeast corner, you could watch a moose dangle for a while and know that he's going to go down and meet another road, so you can actually go down and turn and be down there waiting for him to arrive and see him coming towards you. Not happening up here, but it's fun.
It's fun, and it's a very beautiful atmosphere too, with a lot more water spaces. Like the amount of times where we take a turn and then all of a sudden there's a big open pond or a bog or a marsh.
Yep.
It's
which is ideal for bear or for moose for that matter, So that's a definite, absolutely.
Gives us a lot higher opportunity of catching some of those action shots that we've been hoping about, with animals standing in water or running through it, or even a bear standing by the edge of the water, and that, which is stuff that I haven't got too much opportunities yet to capture. So
yeah, they like stomping through the water and the mud too. That's a good spot for them.
So usually we're up and at it pretty early in the morning because the wildlife tend to be out and about moving in the early hours of the day. But when it comes around noon, 1 or 2 o'clock, that's about time for lunch. Time to eat for us.
Yeah, I get a little hungry after starting early in the morning, and we got a great shoot planned for today.
Yeah, we're gonna swing by to one of the restaurants downtown called Restaurant Pietro.
Like you said, we'll be good and hungry by then, and and to meet the crew there, and of course have a beautiful lunch like you said. That's going to be great. We'll look forward to that.
Well, thank you so much, Gary, for meeting with us today and sharing a little bit of information about the restaurant here.
Pleasure to have you with us.
So to start things off, can you maybe tell us a little bit about how long you guys have been operating here and a little bit about the restaurant itself?
The restaurant is a fruition of a dream my executive chef and I had. We walked by this building many times, this space in this building, and it had been a number of failed ventures. I found that the building was for sale, bought the building, or my half of it, and when I opened, they said to me, what are you going to do if it's not busy, Gary? I said, well, my corner table will be ready when I get off the golf course. It didn't work out that way. It's a very busy restaurant. We're only open 4 hours a day, 6 days a week, but we're generally full. There's a lineup almost every night.
That's awesome. You can't argue with that.
Now, you're probably wondering where the name of the restaurant came from.
Exactly. Next question indeed. So yeah,
Okay,
where did the name come from?
As a child, my nickname was Pete. And you know, when I started Pete's, Pizza Gary's wasn't going to work. So I named it Pizza Pete's. And of course, the Italian equivalent of Pete over here is Pietro, so it's all Pete. I've had a number of restaurants over the years that I named after my alter ego. Now, you're familiar with the concept of plausible deniability?
Not too familiar myself, yeah.
Okay, well, I have two names. If things are going good, mi nombre es Pietro. If things aren't going so good, I'm Gary. I haven't seen Pietro. I'll let him know how you feel.
Hey, I might have to do that myself. That's not a bad idea.
You go. It's your operating name and your actual name.
What kind of food do you guys specialize in?
Well, we have some very nice food. It's Italian themed. The pasta's made in-house, fresh daily, and we have beautiful lobster spaghettini where we put a rich lobster, rosé sauce mixed with the pasta and big lobster pieces. The fish is flown in fresh 2 or 3 times a week from the coast on ice. Our chef is a trained butcher. Here we do our own butchering, so we're able to offer some beautiful halibut and salmon, and then we bring in the loins whole and fresh also. We source out the top 5% of beef in the world. I do Caesar side table salads. Well, let's call it a 30,000 bowl career at this restaurant alone. So
That's a pretty good amount of, that's a lot of Caesar salad in that, yeah?
push that cart all night long. And we have 3 beautiful house-made desserts. And it's a strong menu. We have one of the nicest wine lists in the province. You see the beautiful wine cabinet. So it's a very nice restaurant, even by my standards, and I've dined all over the world.
Well, thank you so much for the chat. I believe that's it for our questions. So thank you for letting us swing in and chat with you and enjoy some lunch.
My pleasure, thank you.
Have I missed the corner, guys? I feel like we've been driving way too long for Waskesiu.
There's a sign up here.
Narrows, we're past it.
We did pass it, yeah.
Yeah. Let's check out this road. See what we find. The Narrows Road.
Bear.
That's a big brown bear.
That's a big brown bear meandering through the ditch.
Just on the left-hand side here. Coming right at us.
Let's see what happens if we shut her down again.
There's
Really
a cub
good
with
ones.
it. One cub for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where do you see the cubs?
Back to the left. Behind
Ah.
it to the left. See him?
Yep.
Not very big.
Oh, it just came out below.
Two of them. Two of them.
Two little baby cubs.
Yeah. We'll just sit tight here.
And the bear cubs in the ditch.
They're about probably 110 or 115 meters from us.
It's in the tree. Baby's up the big tree.
Oh, you're right, it
See
is
the baby?
Yep.
right up north
See
of
it up the tree? It did go up. Both of them are. The one's a little higher. And to the right.
What the heck are you guys doing up there? They get so high up.
Okay, he just uses that branch. He stands on it. Just like a They're both really close together.
Are they still up there?
This is the one. The one's lower. Oh, they're moving up. Yeah, they're both moving up.
Holy man.
Oh my gosh.
They are, that's like 60 feet in the air.
See, just like you guys were talking about. The mom's eating
Yeah,
and the babes are safe up there.
yep. The second that truck came, they knew to go up that tree.
Yeah, he scared them. We were parked back.
Yeah.
Wow, is right. That's another crazy experience.
Yep.
Mama bear with two cubs, a blonde to boot.
Yeah. It's crazy when you look at it like that. And they are not worried at all about us. It was a good adventure.
Yeah. We are into day 3 here at Prince Albert National Park. And what a beautiful morning, eh? The sun is shining.
The sun is shining. It's we haven't been greeted by that quite in the morning yet, I'm pretty sure. So it looks like the rest of our trip here, knock on wood, might be beautiful in terms of sunlight.
Yeah, it's looking good. We've had about 4 or 5 pretty severe thunderstorms. But here we are, day 3. The search has begun, and we'll see what we find today.
Exactly. Today should be a day packed full of wildlife hunting. I don't think we got very much else on the agenda other than the occasional time to eat, but it should be fun.
And we'll make time for that. I think we're coming up on a fox
Oh, yeah.
laying in the ditch on your side.
Oh,
See
yeah. He
him?
just stuck his head up there, yeah.
It's just a young one, but we'll drive by him here and hopefully he doesn't bolt on us. Look at that, he's up and looking. He's up and looking, Curtis. Look at that.
He's looking at it.
Just a young one.
Just a young little puppy.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. Beautiful little fox.
Just sitting.
Oops. Ooh, I'll get that darker.
That's pretty nice.
I can zoom in even more. He's tired.
Yeah. Wow. Funny that he could have took 2 steps into the trees and been out of the sun and
Yeah.
protected, but he's got himself a nice little knoll there. Perfect.
This little guy, he's just, I think we woke him up. He was laying in the ditch. And he has since moved back into the tree line. But he's in no rush to take off at all.
He's got his head down and he's just enjoying.
He's not afraid of us. Just amazing. What an experience. Bright and early in the morning, day 3.
Just watch this huge bear walk across this road.
Wow.
Oh, there's another bear there.
There is.
There's 2.
It's a cub. Stay back.
Yeah, we'll stay back on this one.
Oh, here comes a car.
They might be going, oh, that's why another vehicle's coming. We'll stay back. I don't know if that bear's gonna go into the ditch.
Yeah.
I mean, into the trees. Oh.
He'll come back out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. That thing was huge. But that thing walking across that road there was massive.
Massive is right. Huge bear.
Yep.
Just sauntering.
Yeah.
And a female to boot. You know? Wow.
What's that on the road up there?
It's another fox.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
They're really fighting those bugs?
Oh, they're just working. He's eating something.
Oh, is he eating?
Yeah.
A bird?
Must be.
Oh, those flies must definitely be going after his lunch.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, that guy, he was sitting right on the road there.
Yeah, he had a bird, I think, and he was just munching on it. And then he was after the flies, the big horse flies that we have.
Yeah, and they must have either been going after his food or bothering him because he was nipping at them.
Yeah, he was nipping at him and protecting the food, and then finally veered off into the ditch and into the trees when we finally last saw him.
And then he dipped into the trees, but that's two, so they must be out and about.
Yeah, 2 fox this morning on this same road. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Bear is back. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's the same one.
That's the little one, I think.
There might be a bigger one.
Look at that.
Into the trees. Oh, no, there's the big one on the left.
There's the big one on the left, Curtis. Wow. In the shade.
Wow. Yep. That's the big one.
Good thing we marked it.
That's exactly what you said when you marked it.
Yeah.
Tough because of the
shade.
The shade there, but man, that's it.
Told you that was a small one.
Yeah. I was looking out my right thinking I don't want the big one. I can't believe we came back and they're still
2.3.
Basically 0.2 kilometers shorter than what you had marked on our kilometer.
Yeah. Did you see her doing this?
Yeah, just waddling.
Just waddling. Wow.
She was a waddling, yeah. I'd say that's definitely the same
little fox. Yeah. Just a young one.
An hour later.
Just a crazy. That's amazing. That's amazing.
We definitely, we ran into the one that was sleeping, and then this one is all over the place. He's on the right, he's on the left, he's running towards you, he's running backwards, he's dipping and diving and eating.
Yeah, he's covering ground like you wouldn't believe. My goodness, coming right at you on your side. He went right by us.
We could barely keep focus because he was just ripping.
Oh, we just sat there and just watched him go by. Just amazing experience with a young fox, and he's not very big. He's just a little guy.
No, both of them today have been pretty
small.
Not babies, but definitely not full grown.
No, absolutely. But not afraid of us.
Nope.
Wow.
We just arrived on a big... Oh, he's sitting there in the shade again, though.
Yeah. There he's on the move. We just came up on a blonde bear again. In the shade again, which is always tough. Curtis is trying to get a shot here of him. But he's just motoring along the tree line. Scavenger, looking for some food. In the shade. They're smart. Nice blonde bear, though. Beautiful blonde bear.
Wow.
Just a beautiful blonde bear. Thank goodness for a telephoto lens. Just a beautiful bear. Munching on dandelions. Curtis is getting some amazing footage here right now. Hopefully no cars come along. There, he's stepping out into the light.
That's awesome.
Just a beautiful blonde bear, and we've been watching it for about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, but we think it's a male because there's no cubs around, and he's staying in the shade right along the tree line, which makes it really tough for video or photography. But just a beautiful blonde bear.
Yep. And he's no worries in the world. He's just, we stay back and he keeps just slowly walking towards us, and then we move back.
Yeah, we keep backing off and
giving him space.
Like, we're giving him space, and he just every once in a while he'll come up to the edge of the road into the sunlight, but we're back right now about 130 yards. And he's just sitting on his butt doing his thing.
Yeah.
Looking right at us. Just taking a break. There, he's moving again now. That's how long a break they take. Just a few seconds to recharge. And he's not worried about us at all. And just no distress, no signs of fear or anger from him. He's just enjoying those dandelions in the ditch. But we're sitting back quite a ways at this point, and he's just working his way towards us. But we're always in the van, we're always in the vehicle, so there's never any danger involved. Just great. Just an amazing wildlife experience.
Oh, sorry. I'm swinging at the flies while you're talking.
This is the third bear this morning on day 3.
Yeah.
And we saw the cub and the black bear earlier twice.
Yeah, we saw them on the way up, on the way back, and then now this brown bear that's just
crazy.
Just cruising through the dishes. That's awesome.
Yeah, good job, Kurt, man.
Good
wow.
work. We'll keep watching him here for a bit.
Yeah, we'll see if he goes into the
find.
bush here soon. We're just going to sit tight. Well, we're into the afternoon of day 3 of the Prince Albert National Park Moose Whisperer edition, and Curtis, a little tougher sledding this afternoon than it was this morning. We're getting it handed to us here.
Yeah, we haven't found too much this afternoon, but at the same time, we were really blessed this morning. So that's how it goes. Sometimes, you know, the encounters are fruitful. Other times, you know, they're a little sparingly, and so it's not gonna stop us from looking. But we're enjoying the scenery. There's a lot of beautiful areas that we've stopped to look at so far, and yeah, we're still looking.
We're out about 35 or 40K into the bush, and we're going to be turning around and going back. And we were just talking about that.
Oh, something on the
There's
right here.
There's a bear right there. Wow. There's a cubs.
Oh, with cubs.
Cubs. 2 cubs.
Man.
This is amazing.
Gotta get the camera up.
This is amazing.
Oh, I don't got the right lens on either.
That's all right.
You grab some pictures while I figure this out. We'll get some video though.
There we go. That's how it is.
There they are.
Just little cubs.
Look at those little 2 wrestling. That's so adorable. Right on the side of the road. That is awesome. Oh, Mom's going up to check them out. adorable. Wow, what an experience that was.
Yeah, another black bear with twins, 2 cubs, right in the ditch. Again, we sat back and they just came towards us, and wow, that was hard to explain.
Ironically, right as we were filming the video where we hadn't seen anything all
Yeah.
afternoon, it was just as we were speaking about it in the video, it just so happened that that's when we ran into them.
We were driving along talking about how tough sledding it was today, this afternoon, compared to this morning, and all of a sudden we see the female bear, and then boom, the cubs, and the rest is history after that.
And they were playful cubs to boot. They were fighting on the road and in the ditch, and
Oh, we just sat back and let them do their thing. Just amazing, just amazing. And the mama bear, she just kept coming towards us, and we never moved.
yeah.
So we'd back off a little bit, and she kept coming, and man, oh man, just an incredible experience. And that's what this is all about, Curtis.
It
you know?
is.
That's exactly why we do what we do.
So we were just on our way back here on the same road, and we found a third bear in the ditch.
This is a blondie. Busy eating.
They love the dandelions and that in the ditch.
Come on, step up.
Just one photo's all we're looking for.
Yeah, just step up, lift your head.
Wow. There you go.
That's the shot.
That's the shot we were looking for.
Yeah.
All it takes is 1 second for them to peek their head up, and you really get what
Yep.
we want.
Oh man.
This one is another bear.
Yeah. This looks like a black bear.
It's working its way across the
Just
road.
across the road, Curtis's side. This is amazing. Boy, it's the right time of night, that's for sure.
They are out and they are moving.
This has been a great afternoon considering where we were at 2 o'clock. 14 bear total. My goodness.
14.
Unless they're out in the light right now, it's awful tough at this time of night.
Yep, they end up becoming just black fur
Just
balls.
a black fur ball, yeah, exactly. That's a good afternoon. It's been a good day.
It's been a very good day. Day 3 showed up, that's
did.
for sure. We got a wide variety of animals. We got bears, we've got, foxes, and overall, some fantastic experiences.
Yeah. And 1 day to go.
And 1 day left, so yeah, we'll be probably heading back now
Yeah.
to have a nice little hot dog barbecue,
Yeah.
and we'll see what's got in store for us tomorrow.
Well, beautiful morning here at Prince Albert National Park. Day 4, Curtis. It's our final day. My goodness.
The final day of our adventure, and we're up fairly early and hitting the road and seeing what we can find on our last day here at the park.
Yeah, I don't expect this day to be too much different than the other ones. We've had some amazing days and lots of wildlife, and it's always the unknown. You never know. Yesterday we thought we were skunked in the afternoon, and then by 4 o'clock everything just started to happen, and between 4 and 6:30 or 7 we had found 5 bear.
We found a ton of bear by the
Wow.
end, which is, we were not expecting, so
Nice. Yeah, it turned out to be a great day, so really looking forward to today, man.
yeah,
It's going to be great.
Today should be good, and hopefully it'd be nice to see one more elk at least. I
Yeah.
think that'd be nice.
Just rolling up on a bear or 2 by the look of there, Curtis.
Yeah, I'd say there's 2 bear for sure that I can see through the lens.
Yeah. One is pretty big, the other one is smaller, but it's not a small cub by any means.
That might be the big one from, maybe not the big one, but it's definitely waddling.
Yeah. No,
Oh. And into the trees he goes. But there is a bit of a clearing up there,
yeah, we'll just sit tight. They're not going to disappear on us.
especially if the threat of them liking the dandelions in the ditch is true. There's a ton of them.
Yeah, when they waddle, that's there they are. The black one's coming out here now.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
You just sit for a moment, they usually come back.
Yeah.
Especially with all the dandelions. Up to the road and across with that one.
Ooh, man.
There's a big guy. And oh, there's that big one coming from behind, maybe.
Yeah, it is. Look at how thick that one is.
He's the one that waddles.
Yeah.
Look at him looking.
Good start to the day anyhow, Curtis.
Very good start to the day.
One blonde, one black.
Yeah.
That blonde is a big one though.
Oh, he was waddling.
I don't know if I got any decent shots. Time for a break. Then carry on. That's all it took.
Just about 5 seconds of
Just
sitting.
5 seconds of sitting and then it's time to keep moving. Wow.
Just mows through the trees. Runs it right over.
Wow.
Just plows it. Well, now we know how they get through the brush. They literally just mow it over.
Just mow it over.
So yeah, we were just coming back. We marked how long we'd been since we were at the Bears, and now the same two we were looking at, we see on the way back.
Reset the odometer. We went another 10.5 kilometers. Turned around, reset the odometer again, and came back to about 10. And boom, there they were.
They were right in the same area, working their way back towards us, and we were able to get some nice video.
Absolutely. Nice way to start the day.
Of them grazing through the ditches, and yeah, no, that's, I don't know if I've noticed different colorations like that together very often. Usually they're the same.
Yeah, it's odd because this one didn't have cubs, like as in twins.
Yeah.
But the cub was black, the blonde bear was the mom. The other day we saw a blonde bear that was the mom with twins, and she had a black and a blonde cub.
That's right, yeah.
So I don't know, that's just the way it works, but I'll tell you what, they like those dandelions like you and I like apple pie.
Yep.
Wow.
And yeah, no, that was awesome. And definitely a bigger cub.
Yes.
Like the ones we've seen so far have been pretty small, little tiny ones, whereas this one was pretty big. It was getting closer to full-fledged.
He must have been an early cub, I think, because yeah, it's hard to say, but she was protecting him though. She was still being mom, so
Yep.
That's what we want to see.
Yep.
It's really interesting, Curtis, with the wildlife, hey, how you just never know what's going to happen, because some days work out great, but we have lots that don't work out.
Exactly. There's more than enough times where you go out and you have the best intentions of finding wildlife, but you know, they are wildlife and you can't control them, and they're just living their life. And so there are some days where we don't find a single thing, and you know, you have to just be okay with that. You know, that, you know, not every day is going to be an awesome day.
The important part about it all is that when you do find them, be ready, because it happens really fast, and take advantage of the opportunity, whatever that opportunity is.
Yes. So when you do find wildlife, it makes the experiences just that much more memorable, because, you know, you've been waiting and anticipating finding something, and when you finally do, it just, you know, you take it for everything that it's worth, whether it's 5 or 10 seconds or, you know, 30 minutes with that animal.
That's a really good point, because that's exactly about the variation that you've got. You can sit and watch a bear or a moose or elk like the other day. You can sit and watch them for, you know, up to 15, 20 minutes, as long as you give them some space. But I'll tell you what, there's been times where zoom, a bear runs across the road and you don't even have time to grab your camera.
There it is. There's an elk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what we were hoping for today.
Yep.
Gonna come walking right by you. Chris.
Same
Come on,
trail.
come on. Ears are up.
Oh, across the road. And right down the road, eh?
Wow.
They're quick, them things, for how big they are.
Oh. Can you believe she followed the same path?
Yeah.
Is it the same one, you think?
I think it is. That's amazing.
Such big animals.
Oh, it's so elegant. Well, you said it'd be nice to see another elk today.
Yeah, that was on our list.
You didn't say the same elk.
Doesn't matter, elk's an elk.
An elk's an elk, an elk. Yeah, exactly. Oh, God.
So we're out here at the bungalows down at the beach. So both the canoes and the kayaks are available for anybody who's staying at the bungalows. So I decided, today to take it out for a little rip around the lake. Didn't get out too far. We've had some past history with kayaks and boating on lakes that didn't end too well. So today I kept it pretty within reason. And no, it was a blast. And sometimes you just gotta get outside and enjoy the sun and the fresh air while you can, especially when we're out doing these adventures. I think the biggest thing is how I'm gonna dock this thing once I'm done.
I thought of that afterwards. I don't know how you're gonna get up here
I'm
and
just
get
gonna
wet
ram
feet.
it like a pirate ship. I think is my best bet.
I think you're gonna get wet feet when you come out.
That was pretty good.
All right, just rolling up on a black bear in the right ditch. Gonna just stay back a bit here, and I thought I saw a cub too.
They love this road from all those dandelions.
Yeah,
Got his back. Oh, and then he sits down in the dandelions.
yeah. Time for a quick break. Time to sit down, lick the paws.
Takes a seat.
Oh man.
Just a calm little bear laying in the ditch.
Yeah, once again enjoying dandelions. That seems to be their big target around this area.
Yeah, they love these roads and they just hang out in the ditch and munch on those yellow dandelions all day long.
He wasn't too worried about us, and then after about 5 minutes of watching him, a couple of vehicles went by, and he decided, oh, maybe I better mosey into the trees. So,
Just leisurely strolled in.
yep. So that was good. That's what, bear number 17.
I think so. 17 bear. Holy.
That's been a great haul, and we're not done yet. We're on the final leg.
We're on the final leg is right.
final few hours of day number 4.
See what's left in store.
Absolutely. Bird or something, eh?
Yeah, what a neat little guy.
Yeah.
On a mission, just trotting down the left side of the road there.
Yeah, he was pretty content. Just he had a bird or something in his mouth, and he's got a destination in mind, I think.
He's got somewhere to be for supper reservations.
Yeah, exactly. Another little fox. That's what, 2 fox today, I guess.
They're pretty small here, and they're not as orange as maybe it's the
No,
season.
they're-
Not quite yet.
I don't know. They're definitely not as big, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Not that we're used to seeing down in the southeast corner, but
Nope.
and like you said, they're not nearly as bright either. So
Bright orange as you'd expect.
yeah, exactly.
A little bit of orange to them for sure, but not the full that you're used to seeing.
A nice experience like that, though, is pretty cool.
Yup.
All right, bear coming down the road again. Just going to pull up on him slowly here and see. He's making his way into the ditch there already, so
Yep.
I don't know, man. We'll see. Always interesting to see what happens.
Yep, we got one more just.
That is, yeah, he's just eating dandelions. Guess what, Curtis? It's probably the same one we
Probably
saw.
the same guy we saw on the way out. We
Yeah.
haven't seen any other ones since.
But as far as we're concerned, this guy is bear 18.
Yep.
We'll take it. And I might get a picture this time,
You might. It's on the right side of the road for you.
unless nobody comes along here. Traffic's been pretty light the last little while.
It's tough to get in with them.
He's standing right in the middle of the road.
Yeah,
He's looking right at us.
it's a moose.
At us or away from us?
Right at us. Just staring us down.
It's a moose.
That's awesome. They said that there's a couple moose, but hey, you found your friends even here.
Yeah, that's great. I'm just gonna see what I got here. Hate shooting through the windshield.
Oh, there's another one coming out of the ditch.
Oh my goodness.
That might be the mom. That's really cool. Oh, they're walking right towards us here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll the window down.
Well, they're gonna go.
The one's pretty curious still.
Okay, Curtis, get ready, man.
Down into the ditch they go. But the question is, how far are they willing to go?
That same water.
It's that same water.
It's exactly the same water.
Oh yeah, they're right there in the water. They're right there, so just be careful. Nope, they're gonna walk right by us here. Right there in the water. Wow. And the best part is they're gonna have to move eventually. I don't know where the second one is. Oh. Oh, they know we're safe here. Wow. Such cool footage. We got the perfect angle here. Just watching. Oh, look at them all in the back, Mom. There's like 3 of them. All 3 of them are coming into the water here. This is insane. We've got all 3 of them here now.
That's amazing footage, Curtis. Oh, a couple of them are young, but the twins? Twin bulls by the look of it.
This is insane. Like, considering we just talked with Barb yesterday and they said, oh, you saw a moose and like at this same spot. We got, just remember what we got, and it was like 3-4 seconds maybe max of it running for those trees.
Guess what we get today?
And to come here today on like our last day, see one standing on the road almost inviting us in, you know, to walk over here into the slough.
Did the third one ever cross the road, or was she already over here?
I think she might have been over here.
I think she was
already.
over here.
Because that's what's insane to me is
I think it was back there.
and then to have the truck come by,
Yeah.
spook them, and
And
think
then have
maybe
them-
we lost it, and to have them come back and just put on an absolute show.
Yeah.
You know, just eating the weeds, enjoying that, because that's what we've been looking for.
Yeah.
I haven't got a good video of moose really yet,
You have
let
now.
alone any in water. That was what I was missing. So we are, what a fantastic
Look at that.
sequence of events on the final day.
Water just coming from her mouth, from his mouth.
You called your friends, you brought them.
Well, I
You
picked this
summoned
way.
them.
I
You
said,
did.
you know what? We got time. This is cool.
Wow.
Shaking his head.
Wow.
Look at the spiral of the water.
That is, oh, we're gonna have so much good stuff. That is actually like unbelievable what we just witnessed. Wowza.
And look at this one looking right at me as it takes a drink.
Wow.
Like right at me.
Right in the golden zone too
Yeah.
for lenses.
Yeah.
that might be the sequence of the trip. Like the bear and the elk and everything were nice, but like,
Yeah, this is amazing.
How
There's
that-
water falling
yeah.
from his lips.
wow, yeah, how that played out was just unreal, you know?
Yeah.
Like that is a moment when we talk about the stories, you know, that we do, and that each encounter with wildlife is its own unique moment. Like the whole, from the moment we saw it to, you know, where we're leaving them now.
It was almost like it was a story that was written and presented to us.
Yeah.
You know, because at first we see one young moose when we rolled up, one young moose on the road. That's what we saw.
Yeah.
And then we realized it's the same slough that we found a moose a couple of days ago at. And then out of the trees comes another moose, and they cross the road into this slough.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden the third one shows up, and they spend the next 20 minutes just chowing down and dipping for, you know, the nutrients in the bottom of the slough and bringing up weeds.
Wow. Yeah.
It was amazing.
Phenomenal, and just, you know, not a worry in the world. You know,
No.
we're still here 30 minutes later, and they're just eating and enjoying the pond, and this is probably where we'll leave them. Is
Yeah, we're gonna drive away and leave them in the pond here, and there's been probably 10 vehicles stop, take pictures, and leave. And these moose are just settling in. Like, they are just amazing.
wow.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oofda.
That's a great find.
Fantastic.
And the nature center, when we spoke to them, Barb and Kayleen, they were talking about how lucky we were to find one moose
Yeah.
a couple of days
a
ago.
single moose, just the one that was over in the trees.
That took off as soon as it saw us.
I only captured, I think, literally like 5 seconds, if that, of
Yeah.
it running, you know, off into the woods, and it was kind of a cloudier day and raining.
Yeah.
And, you know, we come back here today and the sun's out, and
We spent 30 minutes with 3.
I think the mom's still over there, just sleeping.
Yeah, she's not coming too close. But wow, just amazing footage. I love it.
That is awesome.
That's what these trips are all about, Curtis.
Yep.
Honestly, that's what it's all about. Spending time with wildlife and the outdoors.
Oh, and yeah, being able to share this with everyone is going to be amazing. I can't wait to take a peek at it all in the edit room and see what we've got, because this was amazing.
I'm looking forward to the final piece of production, because this trip has been just crazy nice.
Wowza.
Good job.
Good job as well. All right, so it's officially, the trip is coming to an end. Our days of filming are done, and we're hitting the road, heading out of the park, but man, what an adventure.
It has been a busy 4 days, Curtis, but we're just leaving Waskesiu and Prince Albert National Park now. Just an amazing 4 days with wildlife, scenery, experiences, and what an adventure.
We got a real treats from this trip of all sorts of stuff. You know, we got, how many bear was it? 18 bear we got to see, and
18 bear, yes.
Watched them cruising through the ditches, eating dandelions.
And 4 seemed to be the lucky number. We found 4 elk, 4 fox, and just incredible. Like, it was just amazing. Nice clear shots. We dealt with some thunderstorms.
Yeah.
You know, we got through those all right.
We got some sunshine after that, and it was nice to learn about the elk being, the most unique and iconic animal of the park here, and we got to see a few of them, which is nice.
And the big experience for about 30 minutes, hence the name, the Moose Whisperer Prince Albert National Park. We spent about 30 minutes watching 3 moose in a slough just doing their thing.
Which was, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We've always spoke about having that opportunity, but never got to see it. And it's funny that, how many moose, that you see in the southeast, that it took us coming up to Prince Albert, where we were told that, moose aren't really found much up here. And but being the Moose Whisperer, they came to see you. They didn't let you down.
They came through big time. 30 minutes, 3 moose in a slough. It was just perfect. And this wouldn't have been possible, Curtis. We have to thank a few people. First of all, Capassoan Bungalows four-season vacation resort.
Wow, yeah. Having them, you know, step up in order to give us a place to stay while we're
Yeah.
up here on this adventure. Huge shout out to them.
Brandy and the entire crew.
Yeah.
And, you know, also Gary at Restaurant Pietro.
Yes, yeah.
And that was an awesome experience, and meeting all his staff and partners there. That was great. And a quick shout out to the Southern Plains Co-op back in Estevan, who supported us right off the start with some fuel, snacks for road touring while we were up here, and of course a few packages of water for the road too. So
Yeah.
kudos to them. Curtis, we nailed it.
Yep.
It was a great trip.